Hi guys, welcome to November Beauty Empties, where we're going to take a dive through my beauty trash. It is only it's not even 2:30 in the afternoon, but I'm wanting to get this done before we leave town for Thanksgiving. So you'll have to pardon the light. I basically just have my makeup mirror light on. Hopefully that's enough to at least show you guys the products. Since this isn't like a tutorial or anything like that, I'm hoping this will be okay. So I'm just going to start because I'm just going to keep losing light. Okay, so I have two Bath and Body Works hand washes in here. The pumpkin pecan waffles, which I did not like at all. I would never purchase this again. I just find this scent nauseating. I just don't like it. I know a lot of people love this. I just don't. I don't know what it is about it, but I just don't like it. On the other hand, the marshmallow pumpkin latte was one that I really enjoyed, and I already have several backups of it, but if they come out with this again next year, I would absolutely repurchase it. The Schwarzkopf BC Bonacure Hair Therapy Time Restore Conditioner. This was really nice. I was able to find this at TJ Maxx for $12.99 versus apparently $59 at a salon. I really did enjoy this. I would probably consider purchasing it again in the future, but you know how after you use something for a while, even though you really like it, you just crave trying something new? It might be because I make YouTube videos that I'm constantly trying new things, but this is something that I really liked and want to use again in the future, but just for the time being, I want to try some new stuff to be able to report back on for you guys. This one smelled really good. It's really great for fragile, color-treated hair. It did a really good job with my hair. It detangled, it moisturized, it just made it look really nice and shiny. And again, it smelled like $1,000,000, which for me is like a huge qualifier for anything in terms of like beauty products. It has to smell good. Okay, I have the Era Organics Complete Moisturizer. This is something that I find at Amazon. Hopefully I can still find this. I do have one backup of it, but this has Manuka honey in it. It is a moisturizer that I use on my upper arms because of my eczema. I talk about this quite frequently on my channel. I cannot use any fragrance product like on my arms. I just can't. I break out in a horrific eczema rash, and it's not pretty. In fact, it's quite ugly. So this helps to calm those flare-ups for me. Sometimes, however, and let me pull out my next empty here so I can show this to you guys, but this is great for like a non-medicated, more natural approach. Sometimes I do have to use a hydrocortisone cream. This is the one that I really like from the drugstore. I do have prescription hydrocortisone creams, but the prescriptions are really expensive to fill, and I find that this works just as well. So usually if I have a really bad flare-up because of stress, or if I somehow used a fragrance product that irritated my skin, I can use this for about 2 days and it calms the flare-up down enough to where I can go back to my more natural products. But the Cortisone 10 Eczema with the Restora just works really, really well for me. So if you've never tried this for your eczema, give it a go. I like it as a non-prescription option. Deep Steep Weightless Moisture Conditioner. Found this at TJ Maxx as well for $6.99. I really like this product. It was a good lightweight conditioner that I was able to use on my hair. It helped to detangle everything. I really liked it, and I love the smell of it. It had like a kaffir lime type scent to it. It was very refreshing, and it worked well. So I would consider purchasing this again, but I'd probably have to find it at TJ Maxx. I'm not sure that I would necessarily pay like the regular retail price for this, so, but it's good. It's a good product. I think I just like getting it for $6.99 versus $17.95, or is this $12.95? I think that's $17.95 or $12. One of the two. Anyway, I just like paying $7 versus whatever else it was originally. Shampoo from Acure. This is the Moroccan Argan Stem Cell and Argan Oil. This is a really, really great shampoo that I can alternate with my other shampoos. It cleans my hair very well. It doesn't strip my hair. It just leaves it feeling soft and just nice. Plus, I like the fragrance. It has an almond cream scent to it. It's really, really nice, and I tend to love Acure products. I know some people do not like the Acure line because of what they read on Beautypedia, the Paula's Choice website. That's not my Bible. I mean, I really love Paula's Choice products, but I also just don't rely all that heavily on their reviews on there. If something works for me, then I use it, and this works really well for me, as do a lot of the other Acure products. So I think this is definitely worth trying. You can find this at Target. I always buy my Acure stuff from Vitacost because they have better prices on there, and I get cash back through Ebates. So Angelou Naturals Mandarin Vanilla Shower Gel. This smells like an orange creamsicle. I loved this, and if I can find this again at my grocery outlet for like, I think I paid like $3.99 for this. It was a crazy good deal. If I can find it there again, I will absolutely buy it. This was wonderful. Even though this had a fragrance to it, it wasn't heavily fragranced, and I could use it all over my body. So this is one that absolutely will come home with me again. And Angelou Naturals is also, besides being cruelty-free, they're also gluten-free. So good to know for some people who are gluten intolerant. Caviar CC cream from Alterna. I love this. I'm not even going to go into the multitude of reasons that I love this because I talk about it so much on my channel. But I will link it down below for you. You can find this at Ulta. You can find it at Sephora. It is my holy grail product for my hair. I use it before I blow dry, and it's just magic. You must try that. Let's keep going with Alterna stuff. The Caviar RX Lengthening Hair and Scalp Elixir. This was part of a 100-point perk that I received at Sephora, and I really liked this, and I wanted to buy the full size, but ended up not doing that because I have so many other serums I need to use up first. But this one is really nice. If you're looking for a high-end serum to try in your hair that won't weigh your hair down, doesn't make it look greasy, this is the one to try. It's really insanely lovely. It smells good too. This is a little travel size of the Bumble and Bumble Thickening Hairspray. Now, this is not a hairspray. Do not use it as a hairspray. You will be sorely disappointed in this product if you do. This is something that you spray in your hair. It's essentially a root lifter. You spray this on your hair when it's wet, then you blow dry it. This is fantastic. Bumble and Bumble, I'm not 100% sure is cruelty-free, so I don't know if I'm going to purchase any more products for them. I have quite a few backups because I used to use Bumble and Bumble quite a bit. And during VIB sales and stuff, I would just buy like a bunch of the thickening hairspray because it's kind of expensive on its own, but it works really well in my hair. So, yeah, anyway, my hairdresser gives me these samples every time I get my hair cut. I go to a Bumble and Bumble salon, so she sends me home with that stuff. Okay, Bumble and Bumble Full Potential Hair Preserving Booster Spray. These were little tiny samples that she gave me, I think in July when I went in for like a major haircut. I think this is supposed to, over time, help to thicken your hair overall. I don't think that I used it long enough to notice any kind of difference. I would basically spray it in my hair along with the thicker hairspray before I would blow dry, and worked fine for that. But I don't know. I never really saw anything from this, again, probably because I didn't use it enough. But if you're curious, this is the latest release from Bumble and Bumble. So let's just finish up the hair stuff. Aveda Pure Abundance Hair Potion. I would not repurchase this one because I like the Schwarzkopf Got to Be Volumizing Hair Powder from the drugstore. This one was kind of weird. It would like liquefy. If I would shake this, it would liquefy. It was really bizarre, but it's a powder. So these powders are really hard to explain. You have to use them in order to really kind of know what I'm talking about. But it's a powder that you shake into your hair. But when you start working it into your hair, into the roots, it turns into like a wax paste. And it helps to create lift at the root. I didn't use any today. Actually just use a little bit of hairspray in my hair. But when you guys see me with like bigger hair, it's when I'm using these hair powders at the root that I'm getting that lift. So it works. The Pure Abundance though has kind of a weirder consistency where it just really does actually like turn into like a waxy, like weird kind of gelatinous. I'm not really doing this product any favors. Basically, I don't recommend this one. Go to the drugstore, get the Got to Be Volumizing Hair Powder. I'll try to link it down below for you. But the Ebates Pure Abundance I will not be purchasing in the future. This was a sample I got with a recent Ulta order, the Hask Argan Oil Repairing Shampoo and Conditioner. This was nice. Smelled good, but I don't know that I would necessarily purchase this. It's kind of fun to try something different. Skincare. The Joy and Karma Hyaluronic Acid Serum. I love this. I'm definitely linking this down below for you guys. You can find this at Amazon. It's an amazing hyaluronic acid serum. I love this. I'm trying the Paula's Choice right now just because I wanted to like try something different, but I'm definitely going to go back to this because this is just as good as the Paula's Choice and it's like half the price. So this Joy and Karma Hyaluronic Acid Serum is fantastic. If you're not using a hyaluronic acid serum, you should definitely do that. Even if you have like oilier skin, this is just, it helps to plump up my skin. It helps to keep it hydrated, but it doesn't like overly hydrate. It's wonderful as like an anti-ager and just as a general like moisturizer. Hyaluronic acid is a good thing for your skin. So you should be using that if you're like into anti-aging. Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. This was, I think, also a sample in my last Ulta order. I used to actually use this way back in the day in my professional kit. I used this and the light. I would use the Photo Finish, the silicone, more silicone type finish on people who had drier skin. Fills in your pores, makes it really like, makes your skin really insanely smooth. Not as good for oily skin because it just doesn't help that much with oil control, at least for me. The Photo Finish Light, however, is what I would use on oily skinned clients, and that worked really well for them. That was more of like a lotion type consistency. But overall, I would never purchase anything from Smashbox because they're not a cruelty-free company. I don't know. It had been a really long time since I'd used this. This is definitely like that clear silicone type. Let's see, do I have any more in here? Oh, there is just a little bit. Okay, so that's what it looks like there. And it really just, it smooths out your skin and leaves it feeling crazy, like satiny soft. It's a great primer, but there's other primers out there that are from cruelty-free companies. But anyway, yeah. I don't know what else to say about it. I just tossed this in here because this is like a nostalgic thing for me. Before I talk about my last beauty product. This is the Desitin Rapid Relief Diaper Rash Cream. I had this left over from when Stella was a baby and we're finally getting rid of it because she's obviously not in diapers anymore and she's not a baby anymore and there's nothing left in here. I just kind of kept it around because I would smell it from time to time. It just reminded me of like her being a baby and I don't know. I just had this sudden moment of like, oh my God, she's not a baby anymore. And I just freaked out a little bit. But then I was like, I can't keep a diaper rash cream. Especially an empty one. That's weird. So anyway, mom moment. Let's talk about the one like makeup product that I finished this month. The Bourjois Healthy Balance Foundation. It popped out of the pan a long time ago and it just was like sitting in there. But anyway, I can't get the rest of this product here without damaging my brush around the edges. So I'm calling it a day. This is really bittersweet for me because I really like this product. My friend Stephanie sent this to me. Bourjois is available in Canada at the drugstores, I believe, but it's a little bit harder to find here in the US. I really like this powder. It was beautiful. It was definitely not foundation material for me. It says it's a powder foundation, but it's not enough coverage for that. But it was a great finishing powder for me. Bourjois is not a cruelty-free company, so that is why I will not be asking Stephanie to send me any more of these from the Canadian drugstore. But if you're not cruelty-free and you're in Canada and you can regularly access this, it is a really, really nice finishing powder. I loved it. I have the color vanilla, and it was wonderful. So bummer, but Bourjois, pull your heads out of your butts and go cruelty-free. I'd love to buy more of these in the future, but I don't know that that will happen. So at any rate, those are my beauty empties for the month of November. I cannot believe this month is already over, and tomorrow is the first day of December. which is nuts to even think about. Anyway, I hope that you guys had a great weekend, and I will see you tomorrow on December 1st, where I will be sharing my first Vlogmas video. So, bye. Bye. Let's say bye-bye. Bye. We will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.